Welcome back to Funday Monday. We're on part 2 of a potential 4-part series because we had to cut part 1 short thanks to a sound issue, which has been resolved because you know what? Resolutions always happen, unless you make them on New Year's Day, in which case they last exactly 5 days. In this game, we're going to check out Backdoor Man, hopefully avenging the death of his fallen comrade, Jaham. Spawning in the top left corner, it is Backdoor Man. And his opponent, Liposarcoma. A rather dramatic name down in the bottom right. But of course, a cunning man, the Backdoor Man. Both cunning in his strategic execution, and he has cunning linguistics. He really looks for opportunities to swing in the back door and to appeal to my juvenile sense of humor. I mean, you know, sometimes. Is Backdoor Man a Pokemon? I don't know. I don't know if he is. Maybe he's an ancient historian? What? Wow. Well, you know, sometimes Backdoor Man, he's actually a policeman, and he looks for opportunities to exploit the wrongdoers who leave their back door open for the penal system. So, Backdoor Man. Wow, man. Woo! Oh, baby. Wow. Man, that is just too good. His base is up in the top right corner, right? It's up there somewhere. Wow, these are getting increasingly less subtle. All right, either way. Protoss in the bottom right, Backdoor Man in the top left, getting the double gas before he does anything. This is going well. Monday's really a strong day. Make sure that if it is Funday Monday, and you're playing with Backdoor Man, that you don't contract any acute case of the Mondays. Quite the rash. Backdoor Man, going straight for the factory. He's not messing around. He never messes around. He never messes around. In fact, right off the bat even, Backdoor Man is going to apply some pressure, if you know what I mean. He's gonna. And is the sort of pressure where, you know, liposarcoma doesn't know if it's good or bad, you know. Alright, this went horrifically. Alright, this went very badly. Okay. 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 I'm just staring at the chat, and just the ratio of face palms to words that are not face palm is it's pretty close to 1. Either way, Starport coming right up. You know what? Let's actually watch some StarCraft, too. I think it's quite safe to say Liposarcoma's going for something a little aggressive. Wow, 4-gate strategy. 4-gate strategy, a little bit of pressure coming up. But that's fine. We have double mine, double marine, and a little bit of Banshee tech. Okay. Backdoor Man. Getting ready. Oh, I see what's going to happen. Backdoor Man, he's gonna be trying to push the front while swinging in the back. A very bold play. Let's see how it pans out. Backdoor Man. Backdoor Man, he's just gonna probe the front a little bit, see if there's anything going on there. And where'd the Banshee go? And is it a double-pronged attack? Well, it's a single-pronged attack. It's a very strong single-pronged attack. Followed by another single-pronged attack. Backdoor Man is bringing the noise consecutively twice over. Who'd have thought? It's like a mini-series of pain. And he's getting in the front. He kills off a Zealot. And a Stalker. He loses his Banshee, but sometimes you gotta take losses to get ahead. Because in the meanwhile, Backdoor Man is going straight up inwards for the battlecruiser. is this? Should I do commentary on the game? Should I really? I don't, because there comes a point where once you've established that his name is Backdoor Man, it's hard to even speak English without being like, oh wait, that was inappropriate, wasn't it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoo! This is getting hot and heavy up with Backdoor Man up on the top side. Oh man. Woo, goodness. And I wonder if there's a history to this. If Backdoor Man actually just locked himself out of his house a lot and had to, go into the back door and was like, well, they called me, it was a nickname they gave me because I was quite forgetful. And here we are being like, ho ho ho, he likes a rambunctious time, that Backdoor Man, doesn't he? Alright. And meanwhile, Mine's getting burrowed at the front. Mine's Marines and Battle Cruisers. Or some Marine, Mine, Medevac, Battle Cruiser. Some of the acronyms don't work out quite as well. If only he built something like the... I'm trying to think of anything that Terran builds that begins with D, because then he'd be BDM for Backdoor Man. Battle Cruiser, something Marines. I don't know. I can't think of a single thing that does. I'm starting to click along. Is anything in here begin with D? Point defense... not really. Either way. Liposarcoma has some decisions to make. And he's going to make one this entire game. And that's going to be make the Stalker. Alright. Alright. Backdoor Man. He's getting ready to do the big push at the front. Expand is sneaking up along the top right. Alright, how do battle cruisers fare against stalkers? The question on everyone's mind. With amazing micro. This is a disaster for Backdoor Man. He aimed exactly where he wanted to, but it still didn't pan out well. Who'd have thought? Liposarcoma moving in with a lot of stalkers. Oh my goodness. Trying to hit the front. Now keep in mind, Hellbats only do 18 damage, so these are fair again. Do you understand me? These are fair units. So he's building the fair units. Alright. Everyone understand. Everyone understand. Hellbats at the front, absorbing a lot of the damage. Will be falling with some degree of rapidity. And there's the scan. If he can pick off the mine... Now this is an intriguing strategy. You scan to pick off the mines. Are you scanned to pick off the observers? The mines deal the damage, and this battlecruiser's gonna suffer some serious blows. Somehow, Backdoor Man is still here. Still hanging in there. Always a funny question to ask the Backdoor Man. Hey, buddy. How's it hanging? Oh, man. Oh, it just gets more amazing over time. Now, if you keep in mind, we have nothing mining minerals, some mining minerals, nothing mining minerals, nothing mining minerals, and the economy looks great. I mean, that's what you do when you have to go battle cruisers. Woo, baby. Alright, there it is. Taking out the units. Twilight Council. Just try to step up. Get more of those stalkers. Uh-oh. Backdoor Man. Faced with only one decision. When do I move out with my army of only battle cruisers? It's never been a question that he's going to be making the battle cruisers. Backdoor Man didn't have enough protecting these side expos. He was focused on exactly one thing. The back attack. Now, here's the question. Here's the question on everyone's minds. How does 30 stalkers do versus some Marines, some battle cruisers, and some supporting SCVs? And he picks off one. And alright, cool, Backdoor Man. So far so good. Alright, great, excellent, no problem. Moving right on in. Some supporting SCVs. Look, the Observer. The Observer is just following. It's just going like, oh my god, is this guy seriously building battlecruisers? You have got to be kidding me. This is one of the funniest feelings ever, is when you're just watching the army that will inevitably kill you walk towards your base. Thanks, Observer. Thanks for letting me know. How painful. And the micro's quite easy when everything's being healed so quickly. However, uh-oh. Backdoor man never expects anything being swung into his own backdoor. But liposarcoma definitely playing very flexibly. The Lions take out the Zealots. Oh, highbrow humor is what we're all about here on Funday Monday. Mothership Core moving in. Uh-oh, 2 battlecruisers immediately fall. Backdoor man is taking out everything. Liposarcoma dealing a lot of damage back in the workers killed count. It's pretty devastating. Alright, War Prism continuing to move on in. This is but the only base. Caduceus Reactor to increase that medevac starting energy for some reason. Happy Monday, he says. Very nice build, Liposarcoma with the Manor. And there you go. And there it is. Guys. You know, Air Terran, it's good. It's a strong way to play. Really unexpected. It's really, really solid. And you know what? Here, you know what? I'm even gonna close out here. We're gonna watch. See if we still have sound. Still got some sound? Hope we got some sound. Happy Monday. The happiest of all. So, you know, we've been going for about 15 minutes, and I think we're going to watch half of an amazing game. Sometimes there's something magical that happens when a player who's quite high up, in fact, looks like Masters level, is going to be going up against a Protoss on Neoplanet S with the Mass Air Strats. Down in the bottom left corner from SCA, which, given that I went to USC, SCA stands for the School of Cinematic Arts, my alma mater. Study interactive media at the IMD. Oh yeah, there he is. Then we have BM Barcode. Wow, you know, I will say, if you choose a Barcode name, joining a clan called BM kind of defeats the purpose of having a Barcode name. Unless BM is just rife with tons of Barcode players. Like, I mean, come on. Really? I mean, it's like, this is like being on Mouse Sports. I mean, like, Mouse Sports Barcode. It's like, well, it's 1 of 2 people, man. Come on, BM Barcode. I guess 1 of 3 now. It's what? Illusion, Hero Marine, and Lucifron? BM Barcode. BM, of course, stands for Backdoor Man. Now, in terms of strategery, planination, and deceptitude, how you want to go for the SKY TERRAN depends a lot on how you want to stay alive in the start of the game. That early game defense and your propensities towards being devious are really going to be the big guiding factors. So we have the Reaper coming out from Protect, and we have this little SCV heading up to the top left-hand corner. Ah, I wonder what he's doing. Ah, I know exactly what he's doing. He's expanding, because this is a Reaper expand opening. He never said where in the build order. I was just following the build. Double Zealot, single Stalker, single Mothership Core. Uh-oh. Does he see it? Alright, Protect can identify that this push is coming on in. Alright, now, how to micro. Get within 1 hit point of dying, and then quickly die. But that's okay, we got another Reaper coming out. We got this Engineering Bay coming up, because this, ooh, baby, we already know it's going to be the Planetary. 1 bunker plus 1 Marine equals solid defense. Here it is. Now, if you ever want to do a Reaper counterattack, one of the most effective ways to do it is to fly into the second Stalker that he built. But Protect is going to avoid doing that. He's just going to check. He's just going to see what's going on. Then he's going to back right on off. Couple SCVs. A little bit too cowardly to repair that bunker. Mothership Core beats Marines every day of the week. Unless it's my Mothership Core. In which case, damn it, I flew it into the Marines again! Oh, God, the Mothership Core. This is actually the only unit in StarCraft 2 that they use the Dragoon AI for. Isn't that interesting? Isn't it amazing how that wasn't my fault when that Mothership Core flew headlong into a freaking pair of Marines? You know, there's always those moments when you're playing StarCraft 2 where you're like, dude, alright, cool. I have everything nailed down. I'm in great shape. Let's get ready for this engagement. And you're like, alright, time to pump up. Time to get into the zone and time to... Oh, I didn't get Storm. I hit the wrong... I hit P for Psionic Storm. I didn't... Alright, I have my pylon at the front of his base. Here it comes, and the pylon... Oh, Workgate research. Alright, I finished this command center. Time to lift off and move to my expansion. Oh, I hit O, and I just loaded up 5 SCVs into my command center. Let's unload. Go back to work. Go back to work. I'm trying to think of all the things that I've seen everyone do. I'm spamming. I'm a Gosu. I'm spamming to try to get all my APM at the start of the game, and I just sent every single worker behind the mineral patch. Oh my god, I don't have the APM. What else is going on? What are some other classic examples that we have that are oh so good? Alright. Time to research. Weapons level 2 at the Forge. Chrono Boost. Oh, I don't have a Twilight Council. Goes on over here. It's just like zh, 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 on 3 buildings. Let me Chrono Boost in a supply block. That's so good. That is so kick-ass. Cannon rushing without a Forge. Well, only one person would do that. Poor Wiedemans. Dat tournament pressure. Well... honestly, it's pretty much happened to everyone. And here it is, and this is Time Warp. Time Warp. Time Warp is one of the most interesting abilities in StarCraft 2 because it reminds you that you made a mistake earlier. You're gonna get out with this Mothership Core, but see that red health and that low energy? Yeah, that's what that Time Warp's all about. But okay, cool. We have a hidden expansion. Time to move out. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, protect them and take another expansion. Nothing wrong with being... I mean, if you're cheesy once, you may as well be cheesy twice. That's as I always say. Alright, protect. Try and do the dodgenationing. Look at all this great rearrangement. Oh my god. Protect. Played with his Legos in his childhood. Cloaking Field is not cheap enough yet. Really want that Cloaking Field to be that 200 upgrades. But that's fine. Protect. Can even get tanks now to protect his main. He's taking a 4th base. Protoss still stuck on 2. A little bit embarrassing, but that's fine. At least he chrono boosts things that are relevant. God, this protect guy is pretty suave. Kind of a badass. Now, what if I told you that this game is going to last for a very long time? In what way is it going to last for a very long time? Well, Banshees. Are they good? Are they bad? A wide range of potential lies within. Right now, BM Barcode looking somewhat impenetrable and looking really confused. What if you are at this phase in the game, you're at the 10-minute mark, and your opponent has only just begun building a command center, and so far what you've scouted is an engineering bay, a turret, before anything. This guy went gas, engineering bay, and is going air. It's going to take some pretty bold powers of deduction to go, oh, there's probably a planetary fortress hiding somewhere. But that's fine. Because BM Barcode's figured it out. But what can he do? What can he? What do? Uh-oh. Protect with the Banshee. So suddenly we have ourselves somewhat of a pro-level match. En route, incoming, and coming out. Not quite as invasive as Backdoor Man's play, but it's certainly annoying. I'm so mature. Oh my god. Oh man, that is so good. Alright. 2-2 en route. Blink. Incoming. I'm trying to think of, like... those potty humor jokes from when I was in, like, 3rd grade. Like, here's a joke. This was huge at my school. It was so big. What's green and red and goes 50 miles an hour? A frog in a blender. Isn't that the most horrible thing you've ever heard? And those were all our jokes. Those are the jokes were like. There was no sophistication to them. It's like, what's 3 arbitrary things? And the answer is something gross. Ugh. I mean, and there it is. That's... I don't know. Not all frogs are green, says Manbon. Sure, what's multicolored and red and goes 50 miles an hour? A poisonous frog in the blender. Perhaps with fruit. I don't know. Maybe you're making a poisonous frog smoothie. But these types of jokes, evolved and until you're around in 5th grade and 6th grade. And things that had doo-doo in them were just the most amazing things ever. And that is the day that my humor muscle stopped evolving. Things looking a little bit dangerous for Protect, who actually opted to not get a Planetary Fortress down at the bottom right. In the unit counting station, we see it's 6 Banshees, a tank, and some Marines. Observer out. How will he pull this one off? 5 Banshees in production. They take so long, they almost feel free. You need the most insane, ridiculous production to be able to produce them. Command Center on the uptick, on the outswing. We got a real pro match on our hands. Taking more bases. What do you do with all that excess money? You base, base, base. Not enough bases, says Protect. Moving in. Oh no, where's your observer? Where's your observer? Where's your observer? Let's talk about the most painful moment in all of StarCraft 2. You're playing Protoss. A DT shows up. Or, perhaps, I don't know, Cloaked Banshee. You go back to your base, and what do? You start trying to find that damn observer. You're just drawing huge boxes around your base, and you're saying, I know I built an observer. I am 100% positive I built the observer. And you can't find it, and you're like, Ugh! And you go to the... I just saw a joke in chat, I'll say it later. And you go back to your base, and you click on the Robo Facility, you build the observer, and you chrono boost it into supply block. That is the worst feeling ever. Now for some jokes. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Okay, I got another one. Where does a general put his armies? In his sleeveys. Okay, I got another one. What do you call a chicken that crosses the road, rolls in mud, and crosses the road again? A dirty double crosser. Okay, here's my all-time favorite. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. Oh, what's brown and rhymes with Snoop? Dr. Dre. Thanks, chat. Woo, baby. Alright, there's the observer. A little bit late to the party, but that's fine. It is a party. Protect, doing his best to deal a little bit of the herd bringing, to unleash a little bit of the pain pounding. But in what way will he do it? He'll do it in the way that involves taking more bases. Up to 65 workers, I mean the macro, the multitasking, the maneuverability. Where did those Banshees come from? They came from a place of dreams. Zealot's trying to find all these hidden bases, but I mean there's a certain level of hilarity when you are at this position and you're like, oh yeah, I've taken out his base here and he's just down to his natural, and in fact there's a base here, and there's like a base here, and there's a base here. But that's the way Protect is gonna do it, with the cloaking, man. Looks like Banshee's a little bit too good. Upgrading the 2-2. Ooh, going for the gold base. And then all of a sudden, a pair of Banshees, or a pair of Phoenixes appear, and everything goes downhill. Oh my god. Oh, disaster has struck. Wait, hold on. Let's take a look at this again. Let's take a look at the most unreal good army. Look at this. It's perfect. It's 22 Banshees. We get some storms. We get some storms. We get some phoenixes. Oh no. And units lost tab. Protect has lost everything. It was so brutal. So, of course, what's Protect going to do? He's going to keep building Banshees. Now, because of the way the timing works, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to be going on to part 3 of this 4-part Funday Monday to see what happens to Protect now that he's down 15 Banshees.